How many videos?
Okay, guys, tonight we're making pork chop casserole. I think it is Minnesota pork chop casserole, my version of it. So that's what we're making tonight. If you're new to my channel, please hit subscribe, hit the bell notification, leave me a comment, and give me a thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Stay tuned. Hey guys, well tonight on the Farm and Pastor's Wife, Brian has invited some fellas over that their wives are out of town, so he thought I could cook for them as well as him. And so we're doing a meal. He did not pick a good night. No, I'm just kidding. I've never done this meal before, so I'm going to have Domino's on speed dial. Well, it really doesn't matter because they don't deliver out this far, so by the time I call and order pizza, Brian can go get it. But this is a recipe I've never made before, and I'm making it tonight with you guys. We're making like a pork chop casserole. It's my twist, my version of a Minnesota pork chop casserole. Okay, guys, let me tell you what you're going to need. You're going to need some pork chops, and I did the bone out. Actually, these had the bone in, and I've trimmed them up. And then Bryant bought those with no bone. So pork chops, these are fairly, they're not like those paper thin ones, but they're not the big thick ones either. You're going to need some seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic, Weber steak and chop, whatever kind of seasoning you like to put on either your steaks or your pork, either one. You can go as simple as you want to or as easy as you want to. You're going to need some cream of mushroom soup. You're going to need a box of Uncle Ben's wild rice. The original. I get the original. And let's see what else. Some oil. The recipe calls for mushrooms. I'm not sure these fellows like mushrooms, so I'm leaving them out. The only mushrooms they're going to get is what's in here. But I think the mushrooms would be delicious in there. And I may add some onion. The recipe didn't necessarily call for onion, but I may add some onion. And you need a chicken bouillon cube. You really, if it's one of these big ones, just half of one, because we're going to use the seasoning pack that comes in the Uncle Ben's rice. So I think that's it, but we're going to start putting this together. It does take a little while to cook, so we're going to get this going. Okay, I'm going to show you one casserole recipe. I am, however, tonight making two, but everything I show you is completely for one casserole because I'm just going to do it separate. So you're going to need a cup of the rice, and I've rinsed it off. I measured it out, and it was exactly a cup in one of the normal boxes. The 6.0 ounce box, it was exactly a cup. So first I gotta spray my pan. Let's spray our dish. Don't want nothing to stick. So we're going in there with that rice. Alright, now you're gonna need a cup and 3/4 of water, and I'm gonna get mine heated so I can mix in my bouillon cube. You want to cover it really good and tight because you want that rice to get done. Sorry, y'all, the chicken house called. I think Brian's over there. Anyway, let me go check. But I'm going to go ahead and get my other casserole in, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what we're going to do with these pork chops. Okay, guys, the oven is preheating. As soon as it gets preheated, we'll put the two casserole dishes in. I finished the other one while y'all weren't looking. And now I'm just getting the pork chops ready. What I'm doing is I'm going to salt and pepper a little bit. And I'm actually going to, well, let me finish seasoning them. Let me grab the salt. And I'm going to actually put a little bit of steak and chop on it. You do not have to have Steak and Chop at all. You can do what you want to. Like, don't let the fact that you don't have Steak and Chop make you not do this recipe. All you need is salt and pepper. My Steak and Chop is about seen its better day. Leave a little moisture to got into it. Alright, I'm just going to flip everything over. I should have just done it with one hand because now I'm going to have to go wash my hands. Alright, let me wash my hands real quick. I'll be right back. I can't do it. Okay, so I finished seasoning the pork. It's just sitting out getting to room temperature. I like getting my meat to room temperature before I do anything with it. And what we're going to do then is in just a few minutes, time to stick the casseroles in, but in just a few minutes we're going to sear them off in my cast iron skillet here. Just a quick sear on each side, and then I'm going to use that same cast iron skillet for my side dish, which is another video. This is going to be a separate video, okay? But it's peppers, potatoes, peppers, and onions. So, all right. So, we're going to let the rice and the liquid and the soup, or half of the soup, sit in there for about an hour and 15 minutes at 350. So, at some point during that time frame, I'll sear off the pork chops, and then at the end of the hour and 15 minutes, we'll open it up. We'll put the pork in with it, close it back up, and cook it for another 30 minutes. Okay guys, I've got some oil going in my cast iron here. I'm waiting to see it shimmer a little bit. It's not thick. I don't have a lot in here. Probably a little more than I should, but I just want to get it kind of hot, so I want to just touch it. Yeah, I think that might do good. Alright, we're just going to sear it off. Let me grab our pork. Whoa. It only takes a second to sear it. We're just going to let it get kind of brown on one side. Not quite. Yeah. Maybe a little bit browner than that one. Ow! It's popping! That's because I have too much oil in there. Alright, I'm getting grease on my pretty shirt. Let me get an apron on real quick. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I don't want to cook it through. I just want to kind of get that little golden brown on it. I'm trying to make room for one of my other ones. Remember, we're not cooking this through. We're just searing it off a little bit. Because this is actually going to cook in the casserole dish. Okay guys, as soon as we're done, I'll bring you right back. Okay guys, the pork chops are beautifully seared off. All I wanted to do was just to get a little brownness on them, and we are going to put them in the casserole in just a minute. Y'all be sure to check out my side dish video. I think it's going to post first, so it'll be the last video posted besides this one. It is potatoes, onions, and peppers, and it is a delicious side dish. So y'all go check that out. Okay guys, let's get this casserole out, add the pork, finish it up, get it back in the oven, and get ready to try it out. I'm going to go ahead and get both out since I'm in here. But all right. Okay, let's see what we got. We've got hot's what we got. And you always move your hand away from where you're letting the steam out, because that steam comes out and it will burn you. So lift it up and move to another area. Y'all, check that out. Looks perfect. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to lay these pork chops. We're going to do, let's see, how many pork chops do I have? I think I can get one more in here. All right, now remember we still have half a can of soup. We have half per, so we're gonna smear smear these pork chops with this soup. And you know what guys, I think I'm gonna add just a little bit more liquid just so it can steam up good. Well, no, I'm not, because the recipe doesn't say to, so I'm not going to. Even though I think that might be best. But anyway. So back on with the tin foil, and back in the oven it goes for another 30 minutes. And then we'll see what we have. Okay guys, here is the pork chop casserole. Bryant's been eating one of the side dishes, so his plate's got a little potato on it. But I'm going to fix him up some of this. And we're going to see what he thinks. There's that.
New recipe, right?
Yeah, you may need a knife. Hopefully not, but you might. Yeah, you do. Do you need a knife?
I can get by without it. All right, here we go, guys.
Whoops. Sorry.
You want to show me?
Sorry.
Pork chops tender. The rice, all the herbs, and whatever soup she used, really, really good. Creamy.
Is it creamy? Mm-hmm. Is the rice good and done?
Yeah, really done. As Judah would say, really, really tasty.
Really, really tasty. So, okay, this was my version of a And the fellas he invited ended up not coming tonight.
They no-showed. That's okay. More for me.
I love.
Really good.
That's really good.
I can eat the rice with just the soup in it.
That's really good. But if I'd have known they weren't coming, we'd have added mushrooms. But oh well. So we're gonna go eat now. Thank you guys for watching the Farm and Pasture.
Do you guys know on the pork, you can eat everything except for the squeal.
You told me.
Anyway.
Oh my word.
Thank you for joining the Farming Pastor's Wife. And remember,
You can tell them to hit subscribe.
hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, helps the channel out. Smash that thumbs up, and don't get choked while you're eating. Leave a comment. Tell us what's going on in your world. Hit the bell notification so you can get them all. All right, thank you for joining us tonight here on the Farming Pastor's Wife. And remember,
If the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything.
Bye, guys. Hey,
Bye.
go to church tomorrow. Bye.
I'm glad he was holding his own plate. Bye, y'all.